Hey guys, welcome to the Comic Book Lowdown. I'm Wellington, coming at you guys live. Um, this will be a quick video. Obviously, no edits because I'm going live right now. Um, and this video is just continuing my last uh, review video, my pull video that I do every week, or at least try to get to every week. I uploaded it today, recorded it yesterday, uploaded it today, and on the upload process, something got messed up, and what was supposed to be an 18-minute video cut out and is now only 3 minutes. Therefore, only one review deep into my review video. So, if you just want to see the Green Arrow number 34 review, I guess you could watch that video. If not, I might talk about it again at the end of this video, seeing as how I've already reviewed it once, and it's out there. So this video is just to finish uh, finish reviewing the book, since I don't have the raw copy of the video that I did, because I record everything on my phone and then I upload it from my phone and edit from my phone and everything like that. Once it's uploaded, I delete it so I have the space. My phone kind of messed up and said it didn't even have any more space while it was uploading, and you know, from there I only got 3 minutes of my 18-minute video up. So, anyways, um, yeah. So if you want to see Green Arrow review issue 34, just that one, you can go ahead and check out that video, or you can, I guess, wait to the end of this video and see if it's up. I don't even know if I'll put the timestamps below on this because it's live. And yeah, but anyways, continuing on with the videos, and they are still in the same order from least like to most like. Green Arrow was my lowest, and then the rest of the books go in order from here. Continuing with that, I have Superior Spider-Man issue 32, and I'm sorry about my webcam. It's not a good webcam, um, so this video is not gonna look good at all. Um, but anyways, Superior Spider-Man issue 32. Whoa, I need that. This book was pretty good. Um, it takes place during the arc with Spider-Man 2099, the arc that kind of people didn't really like too much. It was, uh, yeah, the 2099 arc, pretty much is what it was referred to. And it takes place during issue 19, in which in that issue, there was a big temporal time explosion or whatever that ended up sending, it blew up right in Doc Ock Spider-Man's face, and for a little bit he was just gone. Nobody knew where he was, and so in that time, kind of Miguel O'Hara, 2099 Spider-Man, took over the reins of Spider-Man for a couple pages or however long it lasted. Um, and this tells the story of where he was during that time, and in fact, that explosion that blew up in his face sent him to the year 2099 as universe kind of balancing out the Spider-Mans, since 2099 Spider-Man was in the Spock's time period. Spock was sent to the 2099 time period again to balance it out. And in this time period, of course, he has to try to get back. When trying to get back, he starts kind of jumping different universes, and in each universe, he sees that there are dead Spider-Man. So he decides to investigate, because each Spider-Man has a similar way. They all died in the same way, and so he starts to investigate, and he finds that there's a Spider-Man killer, pretty much jumping the universes, killing only Spider-Man. So he starts to recruit all the other Spider-Man that he can find that are alive, and starts building a Spider-Man army, and which is leading to the Spider-Verse arc that is going to come out. So this is all big setup, like it says at the top, Edge of the Spider-Verse. This is all big setup for that title, and I guess I'm going to be pretty prepared since I do pick up every Spider-Man book there is. So luckily for me, I won't have to, or shouldn't have to add any books. Hopefully this doesn't tie into like, Captain America or something like that, or Iron Man. Wouldn't make sense. So yeah. But anyway, Superior Spider-Man 32. It was a pretty good book. It was really cool seeing all the events unfold. But at the same time, not the greatest book that there was this week, definitely. So there's that. I guess I can go ahead and check out who this one viewer is, seeing as how this is live. I like to shout you guys out if I'm going live. So let me try to see. It's going to be hard because I was not prepared for anybody to see me live. Sorry. Anyways, so I hope that one person watching my video is enjoying the video and enjoying the fact that I'm going to try to shout you out right now if my computer wants to cooperate. Oh, maybe not this time, seeing as how it's already been too long and I haven't gotten my stuff ready to shout you out. Sorry, my computer is like, there's a lot of stuff open and it's going slow, especially because I'm recording live and I'm totally stalling, trying to shout one person out. If to that one person, please comment so I do know who is there if you want to comment, so I didn't do all this for nothing and the other people watching this didn't wait for nothing. That would be funny though if you don't, but then it'd make me look like a jerk. Also, please don't leave while I'm trying to get to you. That wouldn't be nice either. Alright, hopefully I can get it up now. Not in that sense. Sorry about that. Hopefully I can get this video up. Why isn't this working? Crap. I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Should have been ready. Alright. I guess this channel of mine totally got ruined and all my subscriptions totally got lost. Ooh, yes. Here we go. I think I can do this. Hopefully that person commented. Sorry if you guys are going to hear me. See if I can mute that real quick. Alright, and that person did not comment. That kind of sucks. I think that's how I did all that work. But, whatever. Oh no. You guys are totally going to hear my video. I think I can do this. Alright, I took off that video. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. That was a huge digression, or whatever the word is. Back to the reviews, and now I gotta storm through these. Next book is Superior Spider-Man or Superior Foes of Spider-Man issue 14. This book is really good. Um, but you definitely have to be caught up with pretty much every issue to read this book. If you haven't started reading this book, this would be one of the worst places to ever jump onto a book ever, seeing as how I'm actually pretty confused as to where we are in the book myself. Um, there was a couple of issues, not just one, but like maybe two or three issues, therefore 2 or 3 months, where this book did not continue the main story. In fact, didn't even follow the kind of the main character Boomerang. So that really took me out of the story that they've been building. This is still kind of the first story arc. Um, Although this book doesn't seem to work in story arcs, it seems to go day by day. Um, but anyways, this issue was again really good, really funny. Um, it delves into more of Overdrive's backstory, as to why he even is a villain and how he got his powers and things like that. And it's a funny story. Kind of really embarrassing for him. Um, and kind of this also tracks the events that have taken place with all the characters while we've only been following Boomerang. Um, so that's really cool to see. Um, and yeah, this fills gaps. This book fills a lot of gaps into the story that we haven't been seeing since we've only been following really one character. Um, and if you've been reading the book, you know parts of the book where you don't even see Speed Demon or Overdrive or Fred, aka Boomerang, like deceives Overdrive and Beetle and kind of leaves them out to dry and does his own thing. Boomerang also tried to kill Shocker. Nobody knows that Shocker is still alive. And in fact, the end of this book is shocking because of Shocker and what he kind of does, which makes the ending of this book is what put this book over the Superior Spider-Man issue 32 on the kind of list of how my reviews go. This was They were both really good books in their own way, but the ending of this really made me want to go ahead and pick up the next issue again. I was of course gonna pick up the next issue because I love this book, but it made me see that we're gonna get some more progression into the story because of how this book ends. I don't want to spoil it though. I definitely say that if you're not reading this, to pick up the trades on it because this is a really fun book to read. One of the better books that Marvel puts out. So that's Superior Foes of Spider-Man, issue 14. Just so many Spider-Man books. And speaking of Spider-Man, Miles Morales, The Ultimate Spider-Man, issue number 4. I definitely got hit up hard on the Spider-Man books this week. 3 of 5 books are Spider-Man titles or Spider-Man related titles. But this will be the last one I review for this week. And last issue, Miles outed himself as the Spider-Man to his girlfriend, who then freaked out, and we get her kind of dealing with what she's going to do with next with this information in this issue. And then at the end of the last issue, Miles goes to check up on Aunt May and Gwen Stacy, and who does he find stalking them, kind of, or really going to cause a lot of trouble? The Green Goblin. Not just Norman Osborn, but hulked out green and throwing fire, spitting fire, fireballs, whatever you want to call them, type of Green Goblin. Going to start a lot of trouble, and right in the neighborhood with where Peter Parker Spider-Man died. And their last issue, it ended up they were about to confront each other. This issue, we get the big fight, and it's freaking awesome. And then, as we see on this cover, we do see Peter Parker Spider-Man, who we have learned is also not dead. And he comes back in this issue as well, and is really freaking awesome. And he gets in the fight, and the fight is being broadcast live, and everybody sees it, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Peter Parker's not dead." So I cannot wait to see the next issue of this because everybody's really shocked, and I think it's going to be really cool to see how this plays out with Peter Parker not being dead and everybody kind of being like, "What happened?" Um, if you still ask me, this hasn't played out enough to the point where I'm like, "Yeah, Peter Parker's not dead," because the death of Peter Parker in the Ultimate Spider-Man series was so like it hit me so hard that I actually almost cried while reading it at school. So, like, almost crying in public because you're reading a Spider-Man comic book is definitely like pretty embarrassing. But that almost happened to me because it hit me that hard. So, bringing that character back kind of negates what good they did with that. But maybe it's the best thing. I believe in Bendis so much with the book because he's never done bad for the book, at least to what I'm aware of, and he's been the best and most consistent Spider-Man writer since 2000. So for the past 14 years. So Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man issue #4, really good book. Cannot wait to issue #5. But finally, the best book that came out for me this week at least was no doubt Moon Knight issue #6, kind of doing a Dark Knight Returns cover because that's exactly what this looks like. Um, but this book, unfortunately, closing out the work that Warren Ellis and Declan Shalvey are doing for this book. Jordi Belair is still staying on for colors. But Shalvey and Ellis are leaving the book after these 6 issues. 6 issues were amazing. This was probably the best or one of the best or second best issue of the first 6. This issue follows a disgruntled police officer who his whole life has been being told that he's never going to amount to anything, he can't do anything. So, and even as a police officer now, the chief of police or whoever that is even tells him that he's always going to be a street cop, to not worry about the fact that the cops don't really do much of the police work anymore. They just kind of send it out to Moon Knight, or aka Mr. Knight, and that's why this police officer is so angry that he's like, I'm a police officer for a reason, to do police work. Why is he uses like some freak in a mask, doing our job and being loved for it when he's really just some guy in a mask, and I'm a police officer. So he starts to obsess over this. He starts to obsess so much where he then goes about spying and researching Moon Knight and everything there is to him, all his former accomplices or associates or whoever he's worked with or been affiliated with in some way or another. So we get cameos from some pretty cool characters in this book, if you know Moon Knight. And he uses all his research to then don the persona of a Moon Knight villain and try to take on Moon Knight. And then the way that kind of takes place is really cool. The artwork is super fantastic in this book. Luckily, Jordi Belair is staying with the coloring, so there's a sneak preview of the first 4 pages of the next creative team, which is Brian Wood and I forgot the artist's first name, but his last name is, I think it's Greg Smallwood, which is an unfortunate name, fortunate last name. But anyway, so Brian Wood's a great writer. The artist is keeping to the kind of style that Declan Shalvey has, and the coloring definitely helps seeing as how it's the same coloring, so it keeps the feel of the book, but you can tell that there's a difference. But if the story's good, the art isn't so different that it's gonna be weird and it's not bad. Um, I'm just hoping that the writing is solid and the stories are solid, and if that is good, then this book is going to continue to flourish, and yeah, it's going to continue to be one of the better books at Marvel that is being put out. But as for this issue, Warren Ellis, great job on the story. All these issues are one-shot issues. You can just pick them up and read them. Um, they're all kind of one-and-done crime serials, which I absolutely love. I love just crime books or things like that, especially kind of in this format. Um, we'll see if Brian Wood starts to do more multi-issue story arcs, but if not, I would like to see a multi-issue story arc here and there for this book to kind of flesh out longer stories. Um, but if they also can keep this one issue, one and done deal going on in between those, and kind of do like maybe 2 issue story arcs, 3 issue story arcs, and then maybe 2 issues of just regular cases or whatever, that would be a lot of fun. And so long as the writing and the stories are really good, that could be a really good format for this book. But anyways, that's the final book for this week. I'm not going to do the Green Arrow review, so sorry if you stayed for that. But if you really want my opinion of it, just watch the last video. And if you just want to hear what I think of it now, it was okay. Yeah, that was really it. It was just okay. But yeah, so I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Thanks for watching, especially if you sat through that long, unfortunately pointless uh, effort of me trying to see who my viewer was that never commented. So it was really pointless because I couldn't shout them out. But anyways, I'm Wellington signing off with Comic Lowdown. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.